question.
When we first went to the orphanage to find Darren, there weren't any kids left. We did the best we could looking around. We checked all the closets and under the beds, but he was the only one we could find. So your mother talked me into it, and that's how we got him.
Check, check. Everything sound good?
Hi Darren, it's me.
Darren's proposal, take one.
I've tried to do this like a million times and I feel like I'm fucking it all up, so I'm just gonna go for broke. Last time.
Back in my old vaudeville radio days, they used to call me One Take Percival, so let's knock this out.
And then just read whatever's highlighted down.
All of this?
My name is Darren Cummings.
My name is Darren Cummings, and Queen Elizabeth II, Sovereign of England.
My name is Darren Cummings.
My name is not Darren Cummings, but close enough.
My name is Darren Cummings, and I am sound, mind, and body.
Sound, mind, and body.
Sound, mind.
And I am of sound body and mind.
And sober.
Today, I want to tell you a story.
Of how I met Melissa Starr Anderson.
And the wonderful life I've had to share with her.
And the wonderful life I have shared with her ever since. Next.
Don't put the camera on me while I'm dead. It all began on June 5th, 2010.
When I was on the internet.
Trying to convince
a girl that was hot, funny, and a badass.
Badass.
A badass.
That I wasn't a complete loser.
Alright, Darren, sorry. Take two here. I'm not sober anymore.
It wasn't easy because she looked like this.
Because she looked like this.
Because she looked like this.
I need the pictures. Stop and go get those pictures.
Because she looked like this.
And I looked like this.
I look like this.
And I look like this.
But something said I must have been pretty charming.
But something I said must have been pretty damn charming.
Or else she would have just... Or she was just really bored that night.
You got this, Jack?
Or else she was really bored that night. Yeah, I didn't have anything to do with that at all.
Because she
agreed to drive all the way to North Hollywood to meet me. No, it's not what it says at all.
That night, we shared our first kiss. And what a kiss it was.
And what a kiss it was.
And what a kiss it was.
And what a kiss it was. It was glorious.
Darren, I can't believe the first... You were talking about it now. You don't take a lady out and kiss her on the first date.
I knew right away that I never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, never wanted to kiss anyone else. Ever, never, ever again, ever.
A few days later, we went on our second date.
And then on our third.
And then our fourth.
And then I started going through my little black book.
Calling girls, telling them
That it was time for me to lose their number. Or them to lose my number. Dyslexia.
calling girls and telling them to lose my number.
Wait, really, Darren? You really called them up and told them to lose your number? On our fourth date, I said fourth date earlier. I didn't mean to. Cut that out.
On our fourth date, she introduced me to her friends.
Some of which grilled me mercilessly.
Mercilessly.
Mercilessly. Mercilessly.
Mercilessly. Mercilessly.
Some of which grilled me mercifully.
I don't know who he's talking about there.
Probably Sam.
And some of which curled up on my widow wrap
and started rubbing my cheek.
That must have been true.
And some of which called right up on my lap and started rubbing against my face.
God damn it, put it on silent!
Nasuman. Nasuman.
There was a crow outside.
Melissa later told me that Nos.
N-O-S?
Melissa later told me that she thinks Nos.
Nas. That's the name of the cat.
You really want that cat to be named Nos.
You're going to have somebody else say this line.
Later told me that she thinks Nas was just trying to tell her
that the three of them should stay together.
Hey, we went to the longest sentence I ever heard in my life.
On my birthday, we went to Magic Kingdom. Oops.
I asked her for the greatest gift she has ever given me.
Crabs.
The right to call me her girlfriend.
She briefly called me her boyfriend before I was really her boyfriend.
Boyfriend son.
Her boyfriend son.
Her boyfriend their son.
Her boyfriend, Henderson.
As in Harry and the boyfriendersons.
That was a ridiculous word.
It's Melissa.
And then eventually just Dearson.
Darrenson.
Your son.
Dearson.
Friend.
California taco.
Yeah, it's California taco.
Hopefully after this, not so much. That'd be husband or son.
A few months later, I started working on Law and Order.
Lola to those in the know.
Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Wait, that's Jaws.
And we moved into our apartment in Hollywood.
They're not even married yet, are they?
And we moved into an apartment together in Hollywood.
Against Dad's wishes.
We celebrated her birthday there.
Oh, that was Duckface night, too. That was grand.
So many people came that we had to move the party to a bar down the street.
My grandfather liked that one time. He was a magician. He could walk down the street and turn into a bar.
Melissa will probably know. Melissa will probably never know or understand just how many people love her.
Although no one quite as me.
Although none quite so much as Knox. I mean me.
And then... This acting is hard, Darren.
I am sweating like a pig, I'm sorry.
My friends all agree, this one included, that she is one of them.
My family all loves her.
Like their own daughter.
Or granddaughter.
You're supposed to smile when you say that.
Or niece. Or nephew.
Or sister.
Or dog. Or cat.
Or little cousin.
Or as much as any vet.
You're looking at the paper the whole time.
Together we adopted a kid. A kid? A kid?
Together we adopted a Tyrion.
Together we adopted a kitten named... I don't know how to pronounce this, Darren. I'm sorry, I'm going to hack it. Together we adopted a kitten named Tyrion.
Together we adopted a kitten named... I'm sorry, Darren. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm just going to hack it.
Tyrion?
Tyrion.
Tyrion.
Tyrion?
Tyron.
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 Tyrion.
Tyri.
He was filled to the brim with love, and we had 8 happily months with him.
You were by far the longest person, so...
Okay.
Sharing him and mourning him brought me closer to Melissa. No, I didn't forget her name. Than I have ever been with anyone before in my entire life of 30 years and 3 months, 4 weeks, 2 days, 11 hours, 12 minutes, 13 seconds, 14, 15, 16.
Life is too short.
Life is too short.
To not live with the volume turned all the way up.
To 11.
Boy, is she loud.
I learned from Melissa that true love is the difference between leaving...
Difference between breathing.
Is the difference between living and dying.
Melissa is my soulmate. Yeah, that doesn't sound weird coming out of my mouth.
She's my best friend.
She is an amazing person in any way that... Wait.
I trust her, and my friends trust her, and...
I made sure that I would...
Get out of the shot, Brian!
Although sometimes music, we have some differences.
Like Rancid.
Or in my abilities to drive.
That's not what it says.
So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Light just went out.
Of my life with Melissa.
I would love to...
And I would love to end it with...
And we lived happily ever after.
But before I do, I need to ask her one question.
One question.
Rule them all.
One question.
Egyptian elf.
One scary question.
What color was the last rose on The Bachelor?
Are you sure you want to ask her the question?
I don't want to ask her the question.
I think we should all do it again.
Nah, it's perfect.
I learned from Melissa that true love is the difference between breathing.
Did you hear that? Dead cat.
that I was hot, funny, and a complete. Fuck me, Darren!
I think he has feelings for you.
I learned from Melissa that the difference between up and down is falling on your ass.
Nina's making me wear a hat.
On my birthday, we went to Magic Mountain. Woo! Sorry, it's a Ric Flair.
Yeah, so it's not entirely my fault that I'm filling up your camera with absolute nonsense.
I learned from Melissa that true loves... Don't use that.
I can't say that word.
This is the longest engagement speech I've ever heard of. If she says no, I'm flying to California and punch her in the nose.